In this pop-out, we're going to make a card either for a baby boy or a baby girl. The choice is yours, but the technique is identical for both of them. So the first thing you need to do, as ever, is just print out the sheet that you're going to need. In this case, we have an A4, and it really is a very simple card to cut out. The tricky part really is just on the folding. So what I'm going to do is just show you where to cut. And I think that's the important thing to note. First of all, we always keep these lines here absolutely non-cut. Non-cut lines. Any line here, any vertical line here, here, here and here is where we actually cut. So let me make a start. I'm going to use my craft knife here and cut that line from there to there. Then on this box, the red one, from that corner there to that one there, and on this box here, so from that end there to that corner there. And you can see now, if I just lift those, that comes out, and just make sure that it's gone right the way through, and then just reverse it. The next thing to do now is cut this line here, that one there, and that one there, and everything else now is just a fold line. We don't actually cut here, we just cut all the verticals, just to remind you. So these lines here are actually fold lines. So the next thing to do is to get my ruler and to score it, and I'll start at the bottom because we've got what we call valley folds and mountain folds. If they go in, they're a valley. If they come out towards you, they're a mountain. And this just helps to score. Now you'll notice this one I'm going to score right the way along because it's both the fold of the card and the mechanism itself. This one up here, it's easy to get confused. In fact, the line stops there, so I must come right to the end there, and then those three boxes there, and I score in there. And last but not least, one up there. Okay, so those are the score lines in position. Now comes the folding, and I'm not going to lie to you, this is a little bit tricky. This is how I would do it. You may develop your own technique. I'll stick my fingers in through here and get this first line just going. Now if we've scored it nicely, you'll see that as you kind of pull it, push my fingers underneath and pull there, and again I can just walk that line, as I call it. It starts to come up like that. Before things get too drastic, you can see those lines going in, which are perfect because that's where I need it to be. Then this line here has to come forward as well. So what I'm going to do, if you can see, is just pull that forward like that. Pull it forward and then just push it from behind like that, kind of roll it over on itself, and then you get the opportunity of folding it there. It's quite a nice technique, and we can see now. See how it's already coming out. I love these cards, they're magical. They kind of come before your very eyes. So the same technique again on the next box, just above it. I'm going to put my fingers through there, can you see? Just squeeze that nice and gently. Give that a little bit of a tug. I can see the creases formed there now. So the next thing is that one there. Do you know, I think I may have missed that one out. So if that happens, I can feel that it's not squeezing very well. A nice score line in there, and you know there's one down here as well, so remember that. In fact, let's count it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. There we go. So squeeze that one and then start to pull that one over as well. See how I've just kind of pulled it over, and I've got a very faint line there now, and I can just come from behind and again just squeeze that. We don't want that to crease there, we want to keep that as straight as possible. It's not as easy as it seems at times, but you do get there, trust me. It may take a couple of attempts. This is the hardest one, the small one, and again fingers through. Helps to have little hands here. Just pull it out. See that line going? Fantastic. Now I need to get that one there. That's just forming at the base there. So again, I'll push that through and just give it a squeeze from behind. As it starts to go, can you see now, look at that, I can concertina it. That means it's going where it should do. And the last one is up here. So I'm going to hold this with my finger and pull it towards me like that. This is going to be a bit tricky to see, but I'm going to, if I hold that back, that's going to concertina in. Boom. Ha! Sigh of relief. A good rub down. Not too hard in case we've made a mistake, but I'm sure we haven't. And there we go. Look, there's our pop-up card, you can see. So when you open it up, you get this wonderful card. And as it comes to the 90 degrees, all the blocks then stand up towards you. Let me show you here. So we get this. There we go. And now, if we open the card, you can see as it comes to 90 degrees, you get these wonderful pop-up blocks. Very simple card to make, very quick. But very, very effective as well. Remember, this is the same for the girls one as well.